I'm Yoo-jung and Kim Young-dae share a microphone. Fans go crazy over explosive chemistry. Kind of magic can a single microphone create when two stars stand shoulder to shoulder? The atmosphere turned electric as Kim Yoo-jung and Kim Young-dae shared the stage. Their chemistry so powerful that fans erupted in screams, unable to contain their excitement. It wasn't just a performance, it was a moment destined to be remembered. When red carpet revealed to uncover every detail, right now. The lights dimmed, the arena fell silent. And for a fleeting second the world seemed to hold its breath. Thousands of fans, clutching banners and glowing light sticks, waited in anticipation. Come for a performance. But what unfolded on stage would soon become a cultural moment that rippled far beyond the venue walls. As the spotlight swept across the stage, two figures emerged. I'm Yoo-jung, in her elegance, and Kim Young-dae, tall, confident, and impossibly charismatic. And in that instant, destiny handed them a single microphone. What happens when two of Korea's brightest stars lean shoulder to shoulder, voices blending under the heat of the spotlight? That was the question hanging in the air as Yoo-jung and Young-dae stepped closer, their eyes locking for just a moment before they tilted toward the same mic. The audience erupted instantly. Screams cascaded like crashing waves, echoing through the rafters, louder than the music itself. Phones shot into the air as fans desperately tried to capture what their hearts already knew. This was no ordinary performance. This was explosive chemistry unfolding in real time. Yoo-jung's voice, sweet and powerful, wove effortlessly with Young-dae's deep, velvety tone. Their shoulders brushed as they leaned into the single mic, their breath mixing, their faces only inches apart. Every gesture, every glance, felt charged with electricity. To the audience, it wasn't just singing, it was storytelling. It was intimacy. It was a drama scene brought to life without cameras or scripts. Fans clutched their chests, some sobbing, others screaming as though they had witnessed a confession of love disguised as a duet. The energy was unlike anything the venue had seen before. People in the front rows swore they could see the spark in their eyes. Silent dialogue playing out in the way Yoo-jung smiled mid-verse and Young-dae responded with a grin that looked too real to be rehearsed. Even the backup dancers seemed momentarily forgotten as the crowd's entire attention narrowed onto the two stars sharing one mic, one space, one unforgettable moment. When the song ended, the explosion of sound nearly tore the roof off. Fans screamed their names in unison, chanting for an encore, their voices raw from shouting. Yoo-jung laughed shyly, covering her face with her hand, while Young-dae looked down, clearly amused but struggling to hide the flush creeping across his cheeks. It was a fleeting moment of vulnerability that only heightened the frenzy. Cameras captured every second, and within minutes, clips flooded social media. Online, chaos reigned. Hashtags like Yoo-dae mic moment and explosive chemistry shot to the top of trending lists worldwide. Fancoms uploaded by fans in the audience went viral instantly, some amassing millions of views in less than an hour. Edits appeared with romantic music layered over the performance. Slow-motion cuts highlighting every glance, every smile, every brush of their shoulders. Twitter exploded with declarations like "This is the real drama we needed," and "They're not acting, this is real." Instagram, fan accounts posted collages of Yoo-jung and Young-dae with captions like "The chemistry we didn't know we needed," and "Please give us a drama together now." TikTok filled with reaction videos, fans screaming, crying, clutching their screens as they rewatched the mic-sharing moment on loop. Within 24 hours, the performance wasn't just a highlight, it was a phenomenon. Entertainment reporters picked up the story immediately, framing it as the unplanned magic of the night. Headlines screamed, "One mic, it sparks, and Yoo-jung and Young-dae's chemistry shakes the industry." Analysts speculated on how something so simple, a shared mic, could ignite such an intense response. Some argued it was the body language, the closeness, the comfort, the unspoken trust. Others said it was timing, two stars at the peak of their popularity, united in a single, unforgettable moment. But for fans, the explanation was simpler. It was real. They saw something genuine, and they couldn't let it go. Behind the scenes, staff whispered about how the moment hadn't been planned. The original stage design called for two separate microphones, but a technical glitch had forced them to improvise. Instead of panicking, Yoo-jung and Young-dae leaned into the challenge, literally. Accident created the spark that would dominate headlines for weeks. Crew members later joked that fate had been the real stage director, orchestrating a scene more powerful than any scripted drama. The agencies, however, scrambled to contain the wildfire. Statements were issued, calling the moment a fun surprise for fans and just good stage chemistry. But the denials only fueled the speculation. Fans dissected the performance frame by frame. The smiles were too natural, the glances too meaningful. The harder the agencies tried to downplay it, the more convinced the public became that something deeper was at play. Talk shows invited experts to analyze the phenomenon. Psychologists discussed parasocial relationships, how fans project their desires onto celebrities. Media critics argued that this was proof of the industry's power to blur the line between performance and reality. But in the end, no theory could capture the raw electricity of that moment. It wasn't just about entertainment, it was about the visceral connection people felt watching two stars collide under the lights. As the days passed, the mic-sharing moment evolved into something bigger. It became a meme, a cultural reference point. Comedians parodied it, variety shows referenced it, and fanfiction writers flooded online communities with stories inspired by it. Even advertisers took notice, speculating on pairing Yoo-jung and Young-dae together in campaigns. Overnight, they became the it duo, pairing everyone wanted to see. And yet, beneath the frenzy, one question refused to die: was this just a performance? Was there something real between them? Fans debated endlessly. Some insisted it was pure professionalism, more than stagecraft. Others swore they had witnessed genuine sparks, pointing to subtle details, Yoo-jung biting her lip as she glanced at Young-dae, Young-dae leaning closer than necessary, their voices blending too seamlessly to be coincidence. Debate raged online. Each new fancom dissected like forensic evidence in the court of fandom. The agencies remained silent, but silence only added fuel to the fire. Rumors began swirling about the two being cast in an upcoming drama together, with insiders hinting that producers were scrambling to capitalize on the frenzy. Fan petitions demanded it, trending hashtags pleading for a project that would let their chemistry play out on screen. Even veteran critics, skeptical of fan-driven hype, admitted the magic was undeniable. It wasn't just chemistry, wrote. It was alchemy, a once-in-a-generation moment. By the end of the week, it was clear this was no passing craze. The one mic moment had taken on a life of its own, forming into legend. But as fans celebrated, speculated, and demanded more, one truth lingered in the background: the performance had changed everything. Not just for Yoo-jung and Young-dae, for the industry itself. And as the buzz grew louder, so did the anticipation of what would come next. Was it only a fleeting spark on stage? Or was it the beginning of a story that would rewrite the rules of K-entertainment? The world waited, breathless, for the answer. Days after the performance felt less like the aftermath of a concert and more like the dawn of a cultural movement. Everywhere you turned, on TV screens in cafes, on subway ads, in classroom whispers, people were talking about only one thing: the mic-sharing moment between Yoo-jung and Kim Young-dae. It had transcended the stage. No longer just a performance, but a phenomenon that had seeped into daily life. Social media, already ablaze the night of the show, evolved into a full-scale frenzy. On Twitter, hashtags about the moment refused to fall from the top of trending charts. On Instagram, edits of the performance appeared with captions like "a single mic, it sparks," or "when chemistry turns into history." TikTok feeds were flooded with fancoms, slow-motion replays, and fan reactions, some people crying, others screaming, others simply staring in disbelief at their screens. Within a week, the clip had amassed tens of millions of views. It wasn't just fans who were watching. Industry insiders were paying attention too. Entertainment companies immediately recognized the storm. Advertisers whispered about pairing Yoo-jung and Young-dae for commercials. Streaming platforms scouted the possibility of casting them together in an original series. Variety shows scrambled to send invitations to bring the pair onto their stages to recreate the magic. What had begun as a technical mishap, two stars forced to share a single microphone, had become the most valuable piece of publicity the industry had seen in years. But it wasn't only the industry that was reshaped, it was the fandom culture itself. Online, fan communities united to create a new ship name. Their surnames into tags that spread like wildfire: Yoo-dae, Young-jung, chemistry couple. poured out in waves, portraying them as star-crossed lovers, modern fairy tale characters, or simply two people holding one microphone. Their gaze is locked forever. Some fans wrote stories, weaving elaborate narratives about what might happen if the chemistry seen on stage spilled into real life. Others created compilation videos of every past interaction between the two stars, claiming they had been dropping hints of a deeper connection all along. Debate over whether their chemistry was scripted or genuine became one of the hottest topics online. Skeptics argued that it was nothing more than professionalism, well-trained sense of stagecraft that celebrities were taught to master. But true believers dissected every frame of the performance like detectives. They pointed to the way Yoo-jung's smile lingered longer than necessary. Young-dae leaned in closer even when he didn't have to. How their voices blended with an ease that felt more natural than rehearsed. Every screenshot became evidence. A glance a clue. Media outlets fueled the speculation, publishing headlines like "Real or Real?" The truth behind Yoo-jung and Young-dae's explosive chemistry. Panels of experts debated on television, with body language analysts pointing out the subtle cues of genuine attraction. Even psychologists joined the conversation, describing the parasocial bond between fans and stars, explaining why people projected their hopes onto the duo. But regardless of the theories, the public remained enthralled. The one mic moment had given them something to believe in, something to dream about. While Yoo-jung and Young-dae themselves found their every move scrutinized, paparazzi trailed them relentlessly, hoping to catch even a hint of off-stage interaction. A simple smile exchanged at an award show, a casual wave on set, became viral news. Their agencies attempted to calm the storm, releasing statements emphasizing professionalism and friendship. Yet, the more they insisted nothing was happening, convinced fans became that they were hiding something. Silence became the loudest answer of all. The frenzy reached new heights when rumors surfaced that the two were in talks to star in a romantic drama together. Producers leaked hints that scripts were being rewritten to fit their newfound popularity. Fans exploded with joy. Comment sections with pleas like "Make it happen," and "We need this drama more than air." Industry insiders whispered that if the pairing went through, it could become the biggest series of the year, even the decade. The potential of Yoo-jung and Young-dae acting out romance on screen after their legendary mic moment was too powerful to ignore. And yet, there was a darker side to the craze. With fame comes pressure, and with pressure comes scrutiny. Some critics warned that the frenzy bordered on obsession. Fans were blurring the line between reality and fantasy. Others expressed concern that Yoo-jung and Young-dae were being trapped by an image they hadn't chosen for themselves. But such warnings fell on deaf ears. To fans, the moment wasn't just entertainment, it was a promise. A glimpse of magic in a world too often ordinary. The legacy of that night only grew. Months later, the performance was still being referenced on talk shows, in comedy sketches, and cited in academic articles about fandom culture. Students wrote essays about how a single moment on stage could reshape the entertainment industry. Couples recreated the pose for photos. At the Yoo-dae challenge, it wasn't just a viral clip anymore, it was a cultural artifact. For Yoo-jung and Young-dae, the mic-sharing moment had rewritten their careers. They were no longer just rising stars or industry favorites, they had become icons of chemistry. Faces of an unplanned but unforgettable spark. Whether they liked it or not, they were now linked in the minds of millions. Their names inseparable in conversations about K-entertainment's most legendary pairings. And yet, the beauty of it all lay in its uncertainty. No one knew if what fans saw was real or just an illusion crafted by stage lights and adrenaline. No one knew if Yoo-jung and Young-dae themselves felt the electricity that millions swore they witnessed. That ambiguity was what kept the frenzy alive. It was the question that refused to be answered. The spark that refused to die out. In the end, perhaps it didn't matter. What mattered was the way people felt, the goosebumps, the tears. Screaming joy of watching two stars share a single microphone and create something unforgettable. It was a reminder of why people love entertainment in the first place, because it gives them magic. Even if only for a moment. One mic moment will be remembered not just as a highlight of a concert, but as a defining cultural event. A technical glitch became a legend. Two stars became a phenomenon. A single microphone became the symbol of chemistry so explosive, it shook an entire nation. Yoo-jung and Kim Young-dae may go on to perform on countless stages, act in countless dramas, achieve countless accolades. But for fans, there will always be one moment that stands above all others: the night they leaned shoulder to shoulder, shared a microphone, set the world on fire. The night Yoo-jung and Kim Young-dae shared one microphone will forever be remembered as more than a performance. It was a spark that ignited hearts, a moment that turned into legend, and proof that sometimes the greatest magic comes from the most unexpected accidents. Whether it was destiny, chemistry, simply stagecraft, the result was undeniable. Fans saw something real, something unforgettable, something worth holding on to. As the cheers of that night continue to echo and the phantoms continue to replay, one truth remains: the power of a single moment can move millions. Yoo-jung and Young-dae gave us that power. The world will not forget. Thank you for joining Red Carpet Revealed on this journey through passion, fandom, explosive chemistry. Your support makes every story brighter and every revelation louder. Stay tuned. Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you'll never miss the next unforgettable moment we uncover. The red carpet has been rolled back once again, and behind it, the truth always awaits.